of Dakshin Diaries, a conference where the most successful brands and stalwarts from across South Asia, India share their stories, strategies, and discuss the marketing consumer base of the southern region. The theme of the conference this year is Decoding the New South. The conference will be followed by E4M Indian Marketing Awards of South Region, and I'm absolutely sure that you'll have a thrilling time as well. So stick around for that. While you're at it, please spread the word around using the hashtag that's E4MIMAS. That's E4MIMAS in terms of Indian Marketing Awards South. All right, today Exchange for Media is thrilled to have an esteemed panel of CMOs and MDs who will share their thoughts on different topics. It's time to commence the conference for which we all are absolutely excited. And I have the pleasure of inviting on screen Dr. Anurag Batra, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief, Exchange for Media and Business World, to make the welcome address. Dr. Batra.
Thank you so much, Robin. Good evening. It's a good evening today as we start the Exchange for Media Dakshin Diaries, the South India Summit. All the markets that are not necessarily the Delhi, Mumbai, NCR markets are growing. Every region by itself is very, very specific. It has its own consumption patterns. It has its own consumption of media. And hence, the media equation and the media options available in that particular geography tend to be different from whatever may work in the other territories. So we celebrate the uniqueness of audiences, the regional marketplaces that are very big. So Southern India, Exchange for Media for the last 20 years has had a presence in South India. It's an office in Bangalore, in Chennai. Our colleague Sneha Walke, who's our director, is based in Bangalore. And for the last 10 plus years, almost 11 years, she's been championing the Exchange for Media in the southern marketplace. The southern marketplace is known by the language, it's known by food, it is known by religions. So we celebrate the uniqueness of this marketplace in the south. So the Dakshin Diaries are dedicated to that. We will meet business leaders and CMOs from all domains today. They'll talk to us about what's happening to the southern market, to the Dakshin market. And as you have been shared, we have the Indian Marketing Awards Southern edition being launched today. So clearly, I look forward to that. The COVID has taught us five things. I'm repeating them. I've said this before. One is never say never. This is not possible. Everything is on the table. Everything is possible. Second is less is more. Resources not necessarily create impact. It's the passion that. Third is we are questioning drivers of our business. Why do we do what we do? So the why has become equally important as how. Fourth is the importance for the planet, sustainability. And fifth is, I think health and immunity has become such a big thing for every brand. And in-home as a category is growing. So I'm sure when we talk to brand owners and business owners in South, some of these trends will come to the fore. Gaming is growing. Blockchain and crypto are changing the way financial transactions are happening. Fintech in India is bigger than anywhere in the world, and it's as advanced or more advanced than any other market. So clearly, we look at pioneering companies, pioneering brands. So I hand it back to you, and I look forward to an evening and day of great content that makes impact on our ecosystem. So back to you, Ravin, and all the best to all the speakers and winners.
Thank you, Dr. Batra, for joining us. And indeed, we would be very happy and excited to listen to the next panel. Let me quickly dive down to it. We have an exciting day of a panel discussion. We'll be talking about how we built it, stories of big businesses, brands built in the South. Joining the panel are Mr. Rahul Gandhi, CMO, ID Fresh Food, along with Mr. Pawan Gopal A, CMO, Nandu's, Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, Head Digital and Direct to Consumer Strategy, ITC, Ms. Aruna Jathar, CMO, Tendercut, Mr. Vijesh Vijayan, Head Brand Marketing, Sunpure. And the panel is moderated by our own Mr. Ruhail Amin, Senior Correspondent, E4M and BW Business World. So I'll hand it over to Ruhail there to take this amazing conversation forward with the stalwarts from the industries. Ruhail, over to you.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you for the kind introduction. And I would like to welcome all my panelists today. We have a very special discussion, something we always want to talk about. I just want to put in a little bit of context to this conversation. We talk about local, going national, even global. And today we have companies, brands, people who have made that possible, who have taken the regional, local stories as a national narrative. And they have been the disruptors at large, if you see, and an example for many who are disrupting this space. So without much ado, I want to start with my esteemed panelists. The first question I want to pose with the only lady that's on the panel right now. I want to start with you, ma'am. My first question is that what are the main elements that are scripting this new narrative where we see regional, especially when we're talking about the South India-based brands going on a national scale? How do you see it? How do you read this growth?
Okay. If I understand correctly, you're asking about how do brands in South go national, right? That's really the question.
I'm focusing on the South, but largely it's about regional brands, regional-based brands going on a national scale. So now, if we talk about the South brand, what is driving that inspiration? What is making them go on a national scale and get accepted in that bigger way that we have seen?
Sure, Rahul. Thanks for the question, and hello to everyone. So I think the population in India is very lucrative to avoid the national reach, right? So once your product, and especially for us at Tender Cuts, where your audience is present across the country and it's all about food and the meat lovers, it only makes sense to go national. So I would say, I would put it slightly differently and say that once you have tested your waters in South, because many of these are homegrown brands grown in the South, because either the founder is there. In our case, the founder's Nishan Chandran is based in Chennai, and it started with there in 2016. What we did was really sharpened and strengthened the backbone, right? The backbone for Tender Cuts is really the supply chain, the customer connect network, and also how you approach the audience. Once that backbone is strong, you have your infrastructure in place, your IT and non-IT, which are really important for a direct brand like us. Then I think it's time to go national, right? Because you know the dynamics, you know the customer, and you've got your backbone ready. The only difference in the national will be that you will keep the regional nuances both in the product offering, the kind of product that you will provide, let's say in the West versus the South versus the North, and also in your communication cues. These are the things that will vary, but I think it only makes sense for brands like Tender Cut to go national. And we have really had a very strong presence in Chennai, and now we are present in 3 markets in the South. So it mainly only makes sense to go national.
I'm sorry, there was some technical glitch, I guess. So, all right. Sorry. Thanks so much for sharing your perspective. Great. We started with a very insightful way to look at this narrative. Mr. Gandhi, coming to you, how do you see this the journey of regional brands, especially the South India-based brands, going national, going all over, being accepted in a big way? What are the main elements that drive this growth?
Yeah, I think South Indian brands have been global brands for centuries. Ayurveda is a South Indian brand. It's making India popular all over the world. A lot of yoga emanates from regions around Mysore. Yeah. They're not technically a food brand or a FMCG brand or any business brand, but these are Indian brands that have made South India popular globally. ID is trying to do something similar. I mean, the South Indian food is idli, dosa, and other stuff. So we are trying to take South India as far as possible. We reach somewhere in India and somewhere globally, but yeah, the journey is quite long. And in fact, the entire IT industry of India is also a South Indian. There are many, engineers who are. And why does South India work so well globally? Because it's actually the South Indian, there are many unique things about South India, yeah, and taste profile is one of them. And if I were to just focus on foods and within that to ID, what makes it possible for a brand like ID to scale is because of the acceptance and the goodness of the South Indian values that the food brings. Acceptance because it is, in our case, it's a staple product. It's one of the healthiest products. Rice pancakes are eaten in Indonesia also, in Vietnam also, in India also, and goes to Middle East also. So it has good acceptance and it has good values. Good acceptance and good values, when added to a great product with distribution and brand, can make South India reach everywhere. And I think that's a combination of these 4-5 reasons that I just summarized are possibly the reasons why South India does so well globally.
Of course, I think, and IT definitely, I mean, who does not know that, the kind of dominance they have all over the globe. Mr. Kumar, how do you read this? You listened to the panelists before you. How do you read this, this narrative that we are seeing emerging from the South Indian states?
So, I mean, as far as the markets are concerned, when we, look at South India, we are talking about Telangana, Andhra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. These are the 5 markets that we are talking about. Within that, sometimes we get carried away with Bangalore a lot. That Bangalore is a lot of brands emanate from Bangalore, and a lot of brands which are based in Bangalore do not think outside of Bangalore. So you have to look at Chennai as a different market, Kochi as a different market, Hyderabad is a different market, and all of them have their own nuances, so to say. So you cannot basically what I'm saying is that you cannot take South India and then cut and paste everything across the markets in all the 4 or 5 different regions. All of them come with their own flavors, with their own, culture background. So that is something that has to be kept in mind. One of the things that works well, especially I'm talking about the digital context or digital brands, is that the language of internet has been English from the very beginning. But if you look at North India, the language of North India is, very, very popular is Hindi. Everybody, just like in South India, everybody will understand to a different degree of, fluency English. Everybody understands Hindi in North India. But since in South India, the primary language which is understood by everybody is English, and the language of internet and digital is also English, I think the adoption and a lot of these new brands or D2C brands also find a lot of resonance within South India when they, do their digital marketing efforts and all that, because a lot of population understands the language of the internet and the digital. So when you look at first point is, when you look at South India, also look at the differentiation within the markets. Hyderabad is different from, Vishakhapatnam. Vishakhapatnam is different from Chennai. Chennai is different from Hyderabad, Bangalore, so on and so forth. That is one important point to be taken into account. And secondly, when you're looking at South India, you have to look at one common chord, which is English, and a good adoption of English as a language, and therefore digital and internet works well in the South Indian market.
Right. I want to bring in Mr. Pawan Gopal and Mr. Vijayan at this point. Sir, your thoughts on this South Indian brand going, on a national level in a way that they're getting noticed, they're setting examples for other regions to look at?
So I'll tell you, I'm coming from a background where I born and brought up in Rajasthan, and all my life worked in Middle East and south of India. So it's like 2-state story for me. I blend into both the region. But apparently, I've worked apart from East. I've worked almost all the states of the country. I've seen various adaptations of, say, whether I'm currently working with the edible oil organization. So we see south of India more deeper. See, we don't we say the metros are the flippers because we get influenced very fast. But south of India's rural towns or the TC2 or semi-urban or semi-rural town, these towns are the one who are the loyalist. And today, there was time when metros were the influencer market. Today, the rural is the influencer market for metros. You are able to crack that loyalty to them. And that's how today, say, post COVID and during COVID time, it was we all went healthy. And this is a period which also gave us upliftment of our brand. So we are a south-based brand, started from Mysore with a 26 years of legacy with this brand. And Pure sunflower oil is the only oil in the country which can proudly say we refine oil chemical free. And nobody can say that because we have a patent for it. So whatever oil we use, I'm also say I'm coming from north, so I grew up from a loose oil category to a packaged oil. Today I use a packaged oil. I say, oh, I am using a virgin oil. I don't understand, but people don't get it. That virgin oil, or say cold press of virgin oil, is not for us. People who are sitting doing a laptop wars. It's for the people who are sitting in the field. So that understanding has been very easy to people to make in South India to understand. Say when I go to rural and they communicate to them, it was very easy for them and to understand. Okay, this is what this oil or this product is great. Well, it is not doesn't have chemical or is physically refined. Because today, as a urban, we say, oh, it is a physically refined. You say, oh, kachi dhani. And apparently, for my friend circle, I have got it. But in south of India, the way that you communicate, like rightly Rajneesh said, normally we all sit in Bangalore, most of the guys, and we are obsessed with Bangalore. We right, every Chennai as a region or Tamil Nadu as a region has a different perspective of communicating. Andhra is a different, Telangana is different. And whereas in Karnataka also you have a different way of communicating. And the North Karnataka get influenced by something else. Your central
Sorry, I want to interrupt you at this stage. I have that full question for all my panelists on that aspect. I would come back with that in a bit, but I want to at this stage go to Mr. Pawan Gopal with his thoughts.
Well, I think I totally agree with what Mr. Kumar just said and also what Vijayan said. The copy paste won't work, and we're definitely very obsessed with Bangalore. Saying what works here will probably work everywhere else. So I think it's absolutely important for us to sort of establish that product market fit differently in each of these regions. So as part of Nando's, we've actually been operating out of 7 states for more than 4 decades now. But what we've noticed is the fact that in each of these different states, the sort of consumer needs and the way you need to communicate to them or what matters to them is largely different. And there's a huge difference between Bangalore versus Chennai versus Hyderabad. I'm not even talking about the rural market, but in the urban market itself. So the copy paste definitely won't work. It's very important to sort of invest a certain amount of time in understanding what is it that consumers in these markets typically prefer. Once you figure out the product market fit, then scale fast and really fast. That to me is the mantra for success.
No, I agree. I think you cannot broad brush the South as a block. It has its own nuances. It's further more granular in its culture and appeal. Absolutely. And here, this narrative about South and the North and the pan-India, I think it started with the movie things when people are saying that how can you impose one language and call it an Indian cinema or an Indian cinema? There are so many other languages and dialects. Now, there is not only cinema that is coming from South to pan-India, even brand stories that we are talking about. I want to come back to you, Ms. Jathar. along the while you've been building the brand and have scripted a success story, at the same time, there must be a lot of. It was not easy. Now you all of arrived. Of course, ITC has been there for long and Sunpure, of course. But some of the brands here are new. So you've arrived, you have tasted success, but I'm sure it had its own share of stories, the stories that we don't know about. One, a little bit about those stories, and two, what are the key learnings while making a regional brand national?
Yeah, it's a very good point. The learnings play a big role, especially when you are a startup and there is a lot of competition. So the good thing, I would say, Rohil, is that the organized meat and seafood market is actually less than 5% today, right? So there's room to grow for many players. So that's the positive of this industry. Fortunately or unfortunately, COVID played a big role in increasing demand, and our consciousness to hygiene only improved as a consumer, right? So the brand started in 2016 and very quickly realized that we need to get our tech infrastructure. So one of the learnings is, especially if you're going to reach out to consumers, and while we are an omni-channel brand, a large part of it is sales through a direct-to-consumer online. So getting the tech right, so you have to, like I was saying in my last conversation, that backbone has to be right. So your tech has to be really enabled very well, and you have to experiment, learn, relearn, and really invest. So that's one of the things that we have realized, and we are heavily investing in. In fact, at Tender Cuts, there is a proprietary technology that processes over 500 orders within 2 hours from one neighborhood 300 square feet store of ours. All orders for retail and online can be packed, processed within that period. So these are the kind of technology investments we have made, and I think for consumer brands like ours, that becomes important, especially if you're going to be D2C. So that was one key learning. Second is I would say, in our category, it's about the reliability, right? So your consumers are going to depend on you day on day for their, week on week for their basic cooking needs, right? So you want them to come back to you and feel that it was the right decision to purchase. What they cooked was really made sense for them. So reliability, I think it's a very simple thing, but how reliable is your brand to fulfill this want of convenience, product quality to the consumer every time he places the order, whether it's online or offline. So that's been our big understanding, and that's the focus we take. And I think based on the product category, that becomes very important. Understanding really what is the simplified consumer truth, I would say. So that's a learning, and that's something that we really focus on. The other thing in a startup scenario is, of course, you are going to be faced with if this or that, right? If not this. So I think the best way to tackle that, and we've tackled, is continue to pilot, continue to be ready to experiment, and if you fail, learn from it and move ahead, right? So these are a few things, because you'll always have that challenge. Is this the way to go? Should my brand communication be based on these truths or these truths? Because you're learning, like you rightly said, ITC is an established brand and they have taken their journey. We are getting into those journeys, and we are learning through experimentation, through our, tech enablement. And I would say at the core essence, the simplification of what the customer really wants. That's what I would say is important.
Absolutely. Brilliantly captured there. Mr. Gandhi, earlier when you were responding to my first question, you said that a lot of South Indian brands already are at the national and global scale, which is so true. So there is one parallel narrative sometimes, which may be misplaced notion that, that they're underrepresented, some brands from the South India. First of all, how do you see that notion? Is it still prevalent when you look at customer acquisition, I mean, your view and also about the learnings while you have built this formidable brand.
Yes, I agree. I think some of the brands are underrepresented, and four of them are on this panel. I think all four of us could be bigger than what we are, because some of the work that the brands are doing is really good. However, underrepresentation sometimes is a function of many things. And Pawan actually gave a very valid point there, where he said that the product market fix that you have may be very different for Bangalore versus Hyderabad versus Mumbai versus Delhi versus Dubai versus New York. The product market fit would be different. So that is something that in any which way limits expansion, not only for South Indian brands, but for any kind of brand. That you finally have to have the market for that product to be consumed. That said, South Indians are there all over the globe. You find a lot of them in Middle East, you find a lot of them down in Malaysia, and you find a lot of them in the Americas. But however, not all the brands have reached there. And ID is a case in point. In our case, we are giving food which has a shelf life of 7 days. I'm sure Nandu's and Tender Cuts are also in short shelf life products. So every time you want to expand, and you are either in a meat industry or in a fresh food industry, like 3 of the 4 South Indian brands are here, then along with the product market fix that Pawan spoke about, you also got to figure out the back-end manufacturing and logistics. So you have to manufacture locally and supply locally. Some of those manufacturing logistics challenge, when multiplied by product market fix, does result in some of the South Indian brands being underrepresented. But however, I think some of the brands are mushrooming out, and hopefully in the next 5-10 years, you won't have the same question.
Mr. Kumar and Mr. Vijayan, your perspective, of course, will be a little different. But tell me your story while being, building your brands in that region. What have been the key learnings for you?
So at ITC, actually, although our office is based in Bangalore, the foods office, there are no regional brands. We build the brands for the country. But one good example that comes to my mind is Be Natural, which is a Bangalore-based fruit juice, brand which was there, which ITC took over. And the journey has been very, very interesting, because the number of variants that we have today, and especially, when ITC came in, we brought with us the entire sourcing capability of the each-of-all model, which is there. And therefore, we were able to scale up in the number of variety of juices that we were able to offer to the consumer, from just 1 or 2 varieties to 7, 8 varieties right now. Also give a new spin in terms of the quality of the product, which is not from concentrate. So that's another thing which is going very well with the user and the consumer, something new as a messaging. And the products are being sourced now all over India, right from Kashmir apples to pineapple in Andhra, and similarly, Bihar, lychee from Bihar. So the entire sourcing capability, what I think Rahul was also kind of alluding to, was when you have the right supply chain in place. Because if you do not have a supply chain which is pan-India, and these fruits are grown pan-India at different varieties, there is no, there is no possibility of expanding and giving the consumer more variety in terms of the juices. Juices also being a very sensitive product, so to say. So I think that is one thing which has happened over the 4 or 5 years. The number of variants and the number of variety that we have been able to offer based on the sourcing capability of the organization. So I think that is something that comes to my mind. And apart from that, we have brand, but we have businesses. So we have ITC Infotech as a business, IT, a business out of Bangalore. Then we have Machis Agarbatti, Mangaldeep and Home Lights, which is in Chennai. Classmate is in Chennai. So they have their own journey. But I still feel that while Mangaldeep started more as a regional brand, and then subsequently, had a pan-India presence, and therefore different varieties of, like, Dhoop was not there, Dhoop was introduced. Different variants for different markets were introduced. But I think Be Natural, it comes to my mind as a great example, where the sourcing capabilities of a large organization were leveraged to provide a wider, kind of a variety of product to the consumer, and therefore better acceptance. So now Be Natural sells probably more in the northern region, especially in the months of May, June, whenever the summers are there, because the summers are very, severe in the North India. So that's a good market, and that's good season to sell. So I think that's where, that's the journey of Be Natural was.
Right. Well, Mr. Vijayan and Mr. Pawan Gopal, your quick thoughts. Sorry, so your audio
is clear now.
perfect.
So for us being a Mysore brand and then becoming a Karnataka brand, and the story we get to South Indian brand. So our journey was it's not an easy journey, but it was a lot of hurdles because the category itself is something which it's the last thing on your shopping list. It's a staple. It's a price-driven category, and a lot of every state has a strong competitor. And the best is in this category, nobody's a market leader. Everybody
Right.
has they're a leader in their own states. So the pie is too big, and the best part for the category what we sell is that South of India was the biggest consumer of this category. So while we talk, we are on an expansion mode. We started with one sunflower oil. Today we have 4 different oils, so 5 different, and palm and vanaspati, and we are increasing. And the capacity, it's not a product for logistics or the refineries to open up. So that the consumers, and plus there's certain values what we bring in with the brand. So the quality metrics is that makes us drive more and more, and that's why today we from 1 refinery to 2 we have 3 refineries, and we are in process of making 2 more refineries where we can give it to more northern parts. So we for brand from south to going up north or up east, be the best quality product. Say we have our own crushers. Though rice brand came from Japan, now we are starting manufacturing rice brand here. So that's the growth story what we have from a small city. The journey of this brand was from a small city to becoming a South India brand, now aspiring to become the national brand. So it's the quality, right? It's in my category, it's purely price plays in. Is because it's as a crude oil what comes in is unlike any other. It's not about the sourcing. Anyways, everybody is importing the crude oil, and then it is refined, and the process of refining makes the different oil. So like the USP of the brand, we say chemical free. That's how the brand makes a difference, and we are more than just expanding. We are telling the USP of the brand, the benefits of the brand, and that's how we are expanding by phase.
Right. Mr. Pawan Gopal, your thoughts on this, please.
Yeah, I think one of the most important thing is the fact that your brand is actually the sum total of the experience that your consumer gets to see across touch points. Like at least Aruna and I are in the same category, where, like she pointed out, there is a huge amount of market potential because 95% of this particular category that we operate in is very unorganized. So just improving the buying experience, making it more clean and hygienic, making the ambience better at the point of purchase itself is a big deal. And as a truly omni-channel brand, I mean, you're dealing with customers who are walking into your stores and buying. So the buying journey, the discovery to what they experience when they're buying it, when they see it in front of them, to somebody who is actually getting your product home delivered, you need to make sure that that particular entire journey across every touch point, you've sort of got the basics covered before you get into any sort of complicated strategies. The second point, which is absolutely important, like Rahul pointed out, because end of the day, we are all in the short shelf life sort of a category. The supply chain is absolutely important. And at least as far as Nandus is concerned, we are very clear because we've been farmers since 1963, right? So it's our own products that we actually bring to the table. In short, we are actually farmers bringing our produce directly to consumers. So we are very clear that shoring up the supply chain, making sure that the quality of the product never drops irrespective of where we go, is going to make it happen. Because in this category, the first moment of truth is when the customer comes in to buy, be it online or be it at a physical store. The second moment of truth is absolutely when he cooks it and eats it. If they don't, that's your true acid test. And that's when people keep coming back for more. We are very confident in our supply chain, given that we have our own farms. We own the entire supply chain, right from the hatcheries to every aspect of the product which is there. So I think it's important to focus on delivering that sort of delight at core aspects, without worrying yourself about, making things that much more innovative, which may not be required. I think it's important to get the basics in place and then focus on everything else rest. Focus on delighting your customer first. They'll come back. They'll keep coming back for more, especially in our category.
Absolutely. Mr. Pawan Gopal raised a very valid point that your customer, it all boils down to the sum total of experiences that you offer. So here is my question, while we are talking about a specific region, when it comes to building brand, how much does a regional identity matter while building brands that have a universal playbook of building, scaling up? There's a universal playbook at it. But when you put in the regional element, do you think you're playing on certain emotions of customers? Are customers actually getting swayed by such sentiment while building a regional brand? I want to come to you, Mr. Gandhi, at this stage.
Yeah, I think there's no right or wrong answer to what you're saying, but it's a valid question, nonetheless, that, does origin matter? Does a local story matter? If you are in the category where local story matters, and we are in one of those categories where coffee, is one of those where the story of the beans and the way they're plucked and the way they're chosen and the way they've ground, there's a very strong origin story to that product. So it may work in certain categories. It may work for certain brands who are trying to take that positioning. Some of the niche brands, for example, take such positioning. If you go, in fact, what Pawan was saying right now, I didn't know that Nandu's was actually, they were farmers, for the last 4 decades or so. But they maybe can have that story in this category that, we have our own farms, we hatch the best eggs and deliver you the best chicken. The entire supply chain is. So if the business model gives you that unique advantage, if the category, requires it like coffee, then you can have that story. But at the same point of time, why I said it's neither right nor wrong is that it may not always resonate for every category, for every, for example, idlis are different in Hyderabad and they're different in Chennai, very different in Udupi, and Delhi eats MTR powder idli. So while we can try to have an origin story, it may not work for a staple that's going to get consumed everywhere. But yes, in certain cases, in certain categories, for certain businesses who have that advantages, like Nandu's does, maybe it could work very well for them.
Mr. Kumar, your thoughts? Sorry, so your audio is mute.
When you're looking at a regional brand and you're looking at going national with that brand, we also, just to extend on what Rahul said, you also look at the portfolio of products that you have. Some of the products, for example, the example comes to my mind is Sunrise spices that we've taken over. It's mostly a Bengal, Calcutta based brand. And then what we are finding is there's this tremendous acceptance for a lot of spices that work very well across the country. Garam masala, those are always there. But a lot of other products which are there in the catalog, which are more centric to West Bengal or Calcutta as a region, like posto and those kind of products which are there, very, very Bengal centric. Also, the communication has been very centric to the actors of, Bengali TV serials and those kind of things. And it is a very Bengali brand. But the products and the quality of products is good. And when we are putting, especially on our digital channels, ITC store, we are finding a lot of uptake of Sunrise spices. And then we are playing around the regional as well as the acceptance of the national product catalog, which products that we know that everybody buys. But since the quality of those products is very good, then they will find acceptance in other markets as well. So you take what is best of the regional and then try to promote what is best of the regional. Maybe it will find acceptance in the national market, but also see within the portfolio what can be made national, which already exists in the current catalog or current brand portfolio of a regional brand. And that's how you kind of mix and match and then try to take a regional brand to a national level by mixing and matching the right product catalog and the products within the catalog. So yeah, that's one of the things that we do.
Mr. Vijayan, how much do local stories matter in building regional brands, not only to their immediate customers, but also on a broader national scale?
It matters a lot in the kind of category what we play. See, the oil is something which is very specific to the delicacies or the dishes what regions make. So what you make, the oil what you use in Karnataka, you might not use in East, right? In the that in East, it's a mustard. So like fitment and the product cataloging, bringing on, getting more and more region specific product onto your stable, that what matters a lot, and that will actually help the brand to grow much. Just like in case of ID, the vadas has come now, then they came out with the dahis and all that. So that was a success story for them to get foray into the kitchen. Basically everybody, what today all of us who are sitting are the products which goes into the kitchen. And to enter the kitchen, you need to be very specific. What are you giving them? What is their food taste? Say in certain places you have groundnut, so we have groundnut. Certain places the metros you switch it to rice bran, we have rice bran for them. Certain places you have. Today we are also getting into mustard also. So when I am going national, I am becoming very region specific. So rightly what Rajneesh said, the communication strategies also changes. You be very region specific, you become more of hyper local. Rather you can say region, you can say become more hyper local, and that's what brings the brand onto the ground, where you say acceptance of a national brand comes in. It's not as a brand which is standing, it's like in flag standing, I'm an Indian, vocal for local, I'm made in India. No, does that taste, that food taste goes into my that, because that's the category I play around. So today when we say a Nando's or a tender curd, when they sell meat and fresh, it has to be cooked certain oil, and oil changes the taste. So the region specific communication, the product fitment makes a lot of difference, and that's what we are playing around, and we are communicating. The way we communicate in Andhra, we don't communicate in Karnataka. The way we communicate in Maharashtra or Goa, we don't communicate in Kerala.
Right. Mr. Pawan Gopal, I mean, coming to you, very hyper local in the appeal that you have, with the degree that you carry. Give me a sense of how much you use the local stories around brand outreach.
It's absolutely important to be hyperlocal from a perspective of, what's the most important challenge when you enter a new market, especially when you're a direct-to-consumer business, right? You don't want to seem alien to them. You want to be familiar to them. You need to exhibit, a particular sort of a familiarity that you will, the moment they take a look at you. I mean, take a look at a store. It's not mandatory for your close signboards or your store signages to be in the local language in many of the different states, right? But it begins there. Suppose I were to write Nando's in Telugu as well as in Tamil in support to English wherever I go, I'm building a certain connect right there. The second thing is, in each of these different markets, people sort of, their buying journey or their preferences are different. So you need to be very keen on identifying what is it that matters to them the most, right? Like in Hyderabad, the meat eating sort of contribution is very different from the way they would eat in Bombay or versus in Bangalore or anywhere else, right? So you need to be able to understand that. You need to be able to understand what day of the week, what sort of meat is preferred, when it matters. And I'm pretty sure it works across categories too. And especially when it comes to food, like Vijayan rightly pointed out, everybody here is in the race to enter the kitchen. It's important to understand the tastes, the preferences of each different household. Why even talk about pan-India? I mean, within a given city itself, with everybody being very multi-ethnic, the way a Bengali family would cook versus a Malayali family versus a Maharashtrian family or a traditional, there is no traditional South Indian family, contrary to a lot of my friends who live in the north. There's a lot of difference. So even when it comes to your value-added products, the taste, the preference of a particular spice over something else. You need to understand those and you need to be able to cater to that very precisely if you want to win this race. But to begin with, you need to build familiarity. You need to communicate, or you need to, through your actions, at least tell them, saying that I'm one of you. I'm not somebody who's alien. I'm not somebody who's new. Build that familiarity, break the ice, and then things will follow.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ms. Johnson, your quick thoughts on this? You heard your panelists before, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so currently we are in 3 cities, and in 3 cities itself, we realize one is your supply chain is also very regional, right? In each market, your supply chain is regional, the tastes are regional, and adding to what Pawan said, actually even the cuts that you use for each of the cooking styles is so different, and hence I don't think any brand in this space can, in the food space, can hide away from the fact that regionalization becomes important. And if you can, really use that regionalization as a national story, even so better if that's possible for some categories. For some, it is not. So I would say we have an opportunity in the different multidimensional cultural and urban situations that today our consumers are in. We have an opportunity there. How we play it will make all the difference on how much share of the pie we get.
Absolutely. I think this is a nice way of putting it, like, trying to go national with that regional identity at the same time, balancing both identities. Not an easy task, definitely. I have time for 2 more questions, I guess. So I'll go with my first one, which is that so far, a lot of success stories, narrative is changing. We are discussing today, of course, we're discussing the southern brands, based out of South India. So there is a national discourse already underway. Is there anything more? Is there anything that the southern brands can do better, or this is the success story, the culmination of it that we have seen everywhere now? What more is there to the southern brand story? I want to start with you. Mr. Pawan Gopal, at this moment. Yeah.
I'd say, there are a lot of my colleagues here who probably, operated a lot more successfully pan-India than where we are. But given my past experience, I would say it's important to prioritize speed over elegance or perfection when you're getting in. And also what's absolutely important is to be rooted in knowing who you are and the way you operate. Don't try and change that. Because if too many things within the organization and too many people, if you need to change that to adapt to something, you may not be able to survive that particular change. Or by the time you fit all the pieces of the puzzle together, somebody else has already beaten you at that race. So it's important to do the right things. The right things will sort of follow itself. That's pretty much what I would want to say.
Perfect. Mr. Gandhi, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think, is there more, if the question is that, is there more that South Indian brands could do?
Yes. Where is the story now? Are we seeing the peak of it already? Is there more to see when it comes to brands based out of South and the national narrative that we are talking about?
Yeah, so I think, if we just limit ourselves to brands based out of South, and we say that, okay, one thing that they could be regionally based out of South. And the second thing that why they could be regionally based out of South and they are offering something which is unique to South, which luckily in our case, it does happen. Dosa thankfully belongs to South and so do we. Yeah, that's just a coincidence, I guess. But in that case, where the brand is based out of South and you're offering something which is unique to South, there the possibilities are limitless. They are South, as I'm repeating myself, but there are South Indians everywhere. ID for that matter hasn't even penetrated maybe 10% households in a city like Chennai. Yeah, so Chennai itself is a big opportunity. Then TN would be a big opportunity, and then of course there are South Indians everywhere. So for brands like us, where we're based out of South India and we are offering something which is unique to South India, the possibilities are kind of limitless. And if all goes well, if our product market fix is right, if our communication and supply chain and logistics is right, we should be able to expand, in multiples.
Mr. Kumar?
So what Rahul said, taking a cue from there again, what limits a South Indian brand to go national is also, the scale that it want to operate. But also there are people in North India who would love his coffee, or people in North India who love his idli and dosa, or whatever the South Indian flavor is. Today with digital, the targeting that is available. So it's not like you have to, advertise on a hoarding and newspaper. You can always use targeting very efficiently to kind of use certain attributes. People who love coffee, for example, and if you can find those out and then have them give a trial of your coffee, the brand is based in South India. A lot of North Indians, for example, would love good idli and dosa or sambar, whatever the South Indian brand is offering. If you can find out those people through effective targeting, then even though your marketing budgets are limited, you can actually be pan-India using that targeting mechanism. So even though the brand could be based out of South India, even though the products could be more for a South Indian population, but there are people who you believe that will love the flavor or the taste or whatever you are offering. If you can use effective targeting mechanism within a certain population and reach out to those people, probably you can have them also savor the taste and like the taste and probably become a lifetime customer of your brand. So this is one effective way of using targeting to increase your reach of the brand without spending the kind of marketing spends which are prohibitive. So that is what I will say.
Ms. Jatha, your thoughts?
I think most of it is covered. I would just say, of course, South has a lot of brands which are growing, and there is a narrative there, like you mentioned. There is a big narrative. The brand, a lot of startup culture in the South, and we will have. I think in the coming years there will be many more. And can it go national? And is there a national narrative emerging from South? Definitely yes. Your differentiated brand strategy and effective operations will help you expand nationally. And I think the South brands are getting it right. So I don't see that as a challenge at all.
So, Mr. Vijayan, in your view, what is next for the South India-based brand? What next?
I think they're going much larger than what wasn't been perceived. Say, I'll take the cue from Rajneesh and Aruna and Pawan. The brands right now, if you see, they are creating their success story. They are testing their waters to make more efficient growth. So I feel each one of us on this panel, what we're sitting, we all are going big, and the brands from South, it's not only North or South or East. The brands which want to hustle, which want to reach out to end consumers and have a vision. I want to make it big. I want to have much and more households in my stable. They will do anything to reach out to. And so it's not about South or North, but yes, the hustling is more in South than what I see up in North or West.
Absolutely. I think the echoes, I'm talking to you from North, so of course the echoes are felt here. Very rightly said. And I have just got a cue that we have just like 30 seconds left. So I want to thank all of you on this panel for joining us and sharing your thoughts, and of course bringing out the South success story, which we will continue in this series. Thank you once again for joining us, and over to you, Robin.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rohel, and of course, thank you to the whole panel for being so kind and joining us for their valuable time and, of course, the valuable insights as well. Thank you, gentlemen, and the lady on the panel, and of course, Mr. Amin for being so kind and doing the honors of moderating the panel. With this, let me quickly remind you once again, the hashtag that we have for the event is E4MIMAS. You can spread the word around if you enjoy the conversations. We'll be very happy to have you join on our social networks to let us know what do you think about the conversations. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the next interesting speech that we have for you. Mr. Subhranshu Singh, Global Head Marketing, Royal Enfield, who will be discussing the growing presence of Southern brands in the global context. It's going to be a fantastic conversation. I'm absolutely sure that you'll have a great time listening to the gentleman. Let me quickly hand it over to Mr. Singh.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted to be here. It's a great initiative by Exchange for Media. I was really excited to learn of the Dakshin Diaries and the whole IMA South Awards. I think that the South in this country represents a pillar of our economy. I think both in terms of the current potential as well as the times ahead, it is really a core a promise of our economy lies and emerges out of the southern states. And also human talent, one should not miss the fact that some of the biggest managerial talents that have emerged from India have been from the south. This includes Mr. N. Chandrasekharan, who's chairman at Tata Sons, Mr. Sundar Pichai, Mr. Satya Nadella, Indra Nooyi, and so many others. So I think congratulations to Exchange for Media, and it's a great initiative, and I hope it becomes an institution. Why the South? I think we'll probably need to set our perspective right in terms of what's happening to India. If India grows, say, at 7%, every 10 years, we add another India to this India in terms of affluence. And naturally, the pyramid is becoming narrower. People are upgrading. There is a creamy layer that's settling down. So across the board, you see a bigger population bracket earning more. And we know that per capita income, the takeoff at certain points in per capita income is closely related to the growth in terms of the local economy as well as consumption per se. Consumers emerge when the underlying economy is doing well. Now, one particular thing in India is as you move down every tier, it literally begins to multiply manyfold in terms of the population size. However, the income progressively goes down. Now, it is a myth that urban is always better than rural. It is also a fact that across a large number of states in India, a very large proportion of our affluent people also live in rural areas. And so in the South, I particularly have noted through my career, whether it was with Hindustan Lever, with Visa, with broadcasting in Star, I was lucky and privileged to have launched the first Tamil channel in sports. And I have noticed that urbanization and its gap vis-a-vis rural populations and rural consumers is quite narrow in the South compared to other parts in the world. And that's a very promising thing for the development of the economy. But what's also happening is, as the consumption starts to go up in terms of per capita consumption levels, people are not becoming homogeneous. What I mean is, it's not as if an affluent consumer who is a Malayalam speaker and lives in Kerala is closer to an affluent speaker who lives in West Bengal, speaks Bangla. The Malayalam speaking consumer from Kerala will be closer and will be more, his relevance levels will be more for what is happening in Kerala. And so at one level, while consumption is going up and everybody is consuming in a similar manner, at the same time, it is not homogeneous. India is becoming more diverse in a rich way, in a good way. So, and that's also reflected in the growth of local media across South Indian states, as also in Gujarat, in Bengal, many other parts of the world, are becoming very richly local in terms of language, tone, and culture. Now, this is a very clear phenomenon the moment we start looking at digital behaviors. There was a Google KPMG report last year which said 90% of all video consumption is happening in regional languages. And digital advertising in vernacular is likely to be many times more efficacious than the same thing in English. The internet user base in India is already about 75 crores and counting. But if you see, in the last 5 years, the growth for regional language internet has been at about 18% CAGR. And that number is now about 540 million or thereabouts. So about 55 crore people. Whereas the same thing in English has barely got to about 199, 200 million. So put together, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, as also other Indian languages, are richer in terms of content, are much higher in terms of engagement and followership. And this is going to be particularly the case in the South as well, which always had a lead in terms of publishers, in terms of local language cinema, in terms of local language content. So this is a very good development. Next, I wanted to show you what is going to happen in the overall construct of how our brand has grown and what does that tell you about the South. Now, Royal Enfield is proudly Indian while being a global British brand. But our home is Chennai. As of now, every motorcycle that we sell in the and that plant that you see at the bottom right of this image, the Tiruvattiyu in Chennai. Today, we have 3 world-class facilities in Chennai, in Vallam Vadagal, in Tiruvattiur, and in Oragadam. So, Enfield is very much a Heartland India brand, which is proudly in the south of the country. I would like to show you a small content piece that we had made a few years ago, which reflects our pride and our nostalgia of what Chennai is to Royal Enfield. May we play the video, please? I'm very proud of that piece of communication. It always gives me goosebumps. Increasingly recognizing the importance of regional languages, particularly in the South, our communication is also reaching out to a much larger audience thanks to us communicating in their language. And this is true of Tamil, of Kannada, of Telugu and several other languages. But naturally, the impact will be felt richest in those parts of India where the language, content, culture is very strong and thriving. And we believe that that's the case with the South. I also wanted to show you, as we go ahead, some of the work that's happening in the world, around the world. It does not contradict or work at cross purposes with our presence as a proud Indian brand. And so, like I mentioned, we are present in dozens of countries across the world, represented on every continent, whether it's Asia Pacific or Europe or Latin America or North America. There is a lot of content that is universal in application. The brand is a global brand, and yet we are uniquely in the South what we are not in any other part of the world. What we are in terms of uniformity and homogeneity, we wish to be the same brand. So whether it's Barcelona or Bombay or Madurai, we are exactly the same brand when we meet the consumer. But we are very sensitive and sensible to who the consumer is in a particular location versus B location. And so I think the chemistry, the evolution of the brand, the content, etc., while it's universal in application, in terms of execution, our focus gets tweaked, and we are able to create magic in the local context. This is also true of some of the digital initiatives that we have taken. We have launched a make it yourself configurator where people are able to personalize their motorcycles. We have almost 1 million strong following on our app, but that is also, while it is leading to a universality, while it's leading to everybody in the community coming on the same platform, it's also making each regional cluster richer because you have connections with that many more people, whether you're living in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, in Telangana, in Andhra Pradesh, in Karnataka. You are able to discover more things. You are able to relate to content which is coming from Telangana or Karnataka or Kerala, engage with more consumers, feel like a part of your region, much richer with the brand. So this is our constant endeavor. Next. We have done continuous level of activity even in the last year or more when we have been down, with COVID and other complications. The whole country went through a lockdown across the world. We had a challenge in terms of the supply chain and other things. But our digital content, our user-generated content, our ability to create a narrative independent of riding, because for many months people were not able to ride across the country or across the world, but we were able to relate to them with nostalgia, with reminiscing, with the content on custom motorcycles, how to use cameras, what do you do with GoPro, what are custom motorcycles, motorsports. And a lot of this engagement was also people telling us. So it was user generated content, including a very great contest that we did called the Art of Motorcycle, where 10,000 people participated and sent us illustrations. 60% of them were from tier 2, tier 3 towns. And many of them did not even own a Royal Enfield, which tells us that, when you communicate locally, when you are able to get your message across to an engaged audience, people also participate. So throughout the year, we have done this, and each part of this campaign has also found some reflection or the other in the local languages and also in the south of India. Recently, we launched the Classic 350 with the J series engine. Again, it was a conscious effort on our part to reach multiple language clusters and language groups and ensure that we are seen by a very wide audience. And we advertised in Hindi, in Tamil, and in several languages. Again, our CSR initiatives are countrywide, in fact, global in scope, but we are doing a pilot in every part of the country. We're beginning with Ladakh. We wish to do something very engaging in the south of the country, in the greater Bangalore area. And it's a connecting bond, right? A rider in Kerala or in Telangana can be riding to save the Himalayas. Likewise, people who come to a rider mania come riding from all over the country to Goa. This builds a diversity in unity, out of many types is one rider, is one Royal Enfield community, but it's also reciprocal. So everybody feels more responsible for their own local area development, local area conservation, but also do things on national or even global agenda, such as the One Ride, which we recently concluded, where thousands of riders join in from across the world on the same day. So in effect, this is what I had for you today. I'm again delighted that Exchange for Media has taken this initiative. We are, as I said, proud citizens of Chennai, but personally as a marketer in my last 20-25 years of continuous marketing career, I have seen that consumers in the southern states in India are a very active, very conscientious, and a thriving lot. And I think this augurs very well for our economy and for marketing as such. So I thank you, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
All right, so that was Mr. Singh, and with that, it's time we move on to our valedictory address by jury chair, Mr. K. Madhavan, MD, Pepsi Industries. I'll hand over the screen to Mr. Madhavan. In the meantime, we have that on the screen. Let me quickly once again remind you all the hashtag is hashtag E4MIMAS. You can actually put up all your points on the social media using the hashtag. E4M is available on social medias like Instagram, Facebook. And I can see Mr. K. Madhavan. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll hand over the screen to the gentleman. Sir, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dear folks, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. When I was asked to be a jury chair responsible to unknot if any tie happens during the course of this selection process by my jury friends, I was a little bit reluctant, though they have given me a veto power to do this. You know the reason why I was a bit reluctant? It was a simple reason. In any competitions, if there is a tie, and to unknot the tie always goes with a win-lose paradigm. And the win-lose paradigm will always bring happiness to one and unhappiness to another. I was thinking, is there any possibility in a tie to have win-win paradigm? Incidentally, I came across an interesting incident that has happened in the recent Tokyo Olympics. And the scene here is the final high jump contesting for gold. The two contestants there were one from Qatar, he is called as Brashim, another one from Italy, he is called Jambiri. These two people were contesting for gold, and both have recorded something like 2.237 meters in the final. So the tie there was a tie for the gold. As usual, both of them were given 3 extra chances to jump, and something strange happened during the course of this extra attempts that were given. In the first 2 attempts, both of them could not record even 1 centimeter more than what they have recorded earlier, that is 2.37. And in the second jump, the contestant, Jambiri, an Italian, had a bad injury. He had what I can say is his leg was hurt badly, and he was not able to participate in the third event, third chance. So while the third chance was announced, he stood up and said that I am withdrawing from the third attempt. Let my friend Brisham try his luck. But the strange thing again happened was, Brisham, instead of trying for the third jam, he straight away walked to the Olympic referee's table and he put two questions. The first question he asked was, can I also withdraw from this third attempt? Second question is, if I withdraw from the third attempt, can we share the gold medal between both of us? So as usual, the Olympic officials referred their rule book and they said, yes, if you withdraw now, the gold will be shared between both. Immediately, Risham had a great smile in his face and he said, here I am withdrawing from the third attempt and let the gold go between me and my contestant, Jamburi. All that this gave us a reading is that Brisham was a fulfilled heart. A fulfilled heart always prepared to share something with others. They say that it's only empty heart that grumbles, fights, dies miserably. A fulfilled heart always cooperate, adjust, share, and celebrate. Gentlemen, today evening, let us celebrate this great event being conducted by Media for IMA Award South. That the team Media Exchange has done a marvelous work. I was a part of their initial process and it was really enjoyable. And the amount of work that went into to motivate somewhere around 150 odd contestants is amazing. I again wish them all the best and they should do or carry out such of this program in future also. The one thing here to notice is not important whether you win or lose. It is not important whether you get a gold or a bronze. It is not very important what you get out of this event or the contest, but very important is the spirit behind it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me talk a little bit about me. I am given around 20 minutes to speak. Having served for 30 years in a mattress industry, I got an opportunity to disrupt Indian mattress industry during 2006 and 7. That part of time, Indian mattress industry was stagnant with a product that is rubberized coil and bit of polyurethane foam. It was this year we founded the brand called Peps. We have disrupted the Indian mattress industry by bringing metal spring mattresses as a comfort and luxury item in the segment of sleeping. I remember that in 2006 and 7, when we set the business, we were three, partners. Two of my partners were my beloved, friends. And when we set this business during that part of the year, we were making around 4,000 mattresses in that year, and we have touched around 8 crore turnover. Amid of this COVID, that is in the year 2020 and 21 financial year, with all the debacles, we could record somewhere around 415 crores turnover, and we made nearly 3.78 lakhs of mattresses, spring mattresses, and pushed that into the market. This company today is growing at a rate of around 37% CAGR, and our EBITDA is around 12.5%. Now the point here is, business today is highly challenging. Business today is highly competitive. Success in any business, according to my experience, comes if you can add or bring a differentiator on the table across the total value chain. That's most important. To bring differentiator onto the table across the value chain, you need two important things. The first thing is you must have core competency. Second thing is you must have what is known as capability. When I say capability here, I say how much resourceful you will be in your business and what are the resources you can bring at right time, at right place. This is very important. When we started the business, we had only 2 out of these 4 P's. That is, we had a good product, we had a good pricing. We didn't have anything in our hand to spend for the 3rd P. And the 4th P was a bit difficult because the product itself was new to this market. So with 2 P's, we could peddle the business. And while I am speaking to you today, the company is touched around 475 crores in the COVID period, that is 2020-21, which is in fact something reckonable to me. And this has happened. The story behind all the success, I always feel, is a great manpower strength. I always believe that you need not want very intellect or brilliant or inspired, brilliant employee, but all that you need is inspired employees. With this few talk, I wish all the winners and participants all the best. Let us have the spirit of fulfillment and let us move forward and build a great industrial environment across our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wadhawan, for your valuable time and for setting the context for the next section very, very nicely. Thank you once again for being here with us.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that was the conclusion for our conference, E4M, the Dakshin Diaries, and we will be moving on to the IMA South Awards now. It's a long list of awards, but still it seems very small in terms of the comparison that we have for the talent in the South, but we've tried our best, as the jury had just said. We were diligent in the process, and you will be really happy to see the results of that. So with that, I would like to quickly dive into the award ceremony and welcome you all once again. If you're just joining in, this is the first edition of E4M Indian Marketing Awards South, powered by TVS. We want to thank our co-powered partners, TVS, for their valuable support, honoring and rewarding a diverse set of companies who either have corporate office or have a marketing division headquartered in South India. The awards were also open to the companies that are headquartered in Pan-India but have created and run a campaign for South markets. These awards celebrate the best organizations, individuals, and teams working in South India who have taken confident and innovative steps towards finding ways to enter or expand their presence across the region or the country. Once again, if you are enjoying the show, if you have any questions, anything that you would want to add on to the conversation, the hashtag is E4MIMAS. Make sure that you use it. With 4 prime categories and 22 subcategories, the show actually had 200 entries across verticals. The esteemed jury panel came together on the 14th of September for jury meet and selected winners from best campaigns exhibited. The criteria was equally divided as concept, that is 25% of weightage, innovation has 25% of weightage, execution had 25% of weightage, and the results 25% as well. So concept, innovation, execution, and results given equal weightage. And I'm happy to have Mr. Naval Ahuja, co-founder Exchange for Media, who's joining us for the welcome address of the awards tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll request you to be kind and show some love to Mr. Naval Ahuja coming up on the screen. Over to you, sir.
Good evening to the first edition of Indian Marketing Awards South. As you know, as many of you know, that Indian Marketing Awards is a flagship initiative of the Exchange for Media Group, which has been in existence for many years now. And through IMA, we try and recognize the best marketing work that's happening in this country across brands in various sectors. IMA is an initiative that sort of sits at the pinnacle of everything that we do, what the marketer does, and recognizes best practices across the so-called 4 Ps of marketing. Those 4 Ps in today's world have got expanded to perhaps 6 or 7 Ps, but the original 4 Ps of Philip Kotler remain as relevant today as they were 20, 30 years back. Through IMA South, our attempt is at recognizing brands which are doing very good quality work in various regions in this country. As all of us believe, India is not a homogeneous country. Different languages, different regions, different cultures make it a very interesting melting pot, and that also increases challenges for brands and marketers to go out and make audience, consumers interested in their product or service. So through IMA South, what we've tried to do is look at the southern markets, the southern states, the 5-6 states in South India as the key focus markets. Look at brands that are either homegrown in south of India, local brands that have done well in capturing markets there, or look at national brands who have gone south and made deep inroads in that market, competed really well against the local brands based there. So IMA South tries and capture both of these activities that brands have done in terms of their marketing focus areas. Some of you might find the line between a national campaign versus a South-focused campaign a little bit fuzzy. But since this is the first initiative, we've tried and sort of keep the differentiation as clear and as precise as possible. But if you have any feedback for us, do share it with us post this event. As you will be seeing today, there are around 22 subcategories across which awards will be given out. Given that it's a first year, we are very happy and very glad with the participation. We had almost 175, 180 entries that were sent by national as well as region-based brands. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our jury members who put in a lot of work, not in just looking at the entries, but also giving us valuable feedback to improve next year. The jury led by Mr. Madhavan and an esteemed panel of CMOs and CEOs who have done very good quality work here. So with that, thank you for joining us, and my congratulations to all the winners in advance. Thanks for TVS for supporting this event. A special word of mention to our team led by Pallavi Saini, Michelle Norona, who curated this event, who worked hard over the last many months to bring this to light. And I hope next year when we do this event, we will have a ground event in Bangalore or Chennai, and we will be able to celebrate the winners on ground in person. With that, thank you so much, and I look forward to celebrating all the winners. Back to you.
So that was Mr. Naval Ahuja, co-founder Exchange for Media. Before we commence to the award ceremony itself, we would like to take a short glimpse into the work showcase this year, the process, and of course, some feedback from our eminent jury members shared regarding their experience of being a part of the show. Let's have a quick look at the AV, please.
In the South, with 4 prime categories, 22 subcategories, and 200 entries, the show saw massive participation from all verticals. A robust jury panel from various sectors awarded medals to campaigns on 14th September. Jury Chair K. Madhavan, Peps Industries. Rajneesh Kumar, ITC, Sakshi Verma Menon, Kimberly Clark, Subhranshu Singh, Royal Enfield, Venkatesh Vijayaraghavan, Kevin Kerr, Ankit Grover, Mobi, Shefali Khalsa, SBI, Ranjani Krishnaswamy, Tanishq, Titan Company, Rahul Panchal, Himalaya, Baby George, Joy Lucas, Kartikeya Bhandari, Live Space, B. Srinivasan, Vikatan, Suraj Balakrishnan, Acer, Vignesh Murali, Equitas Small Finance Bank, N. Balasubramaniam, 24 Mantra Organic, Jacob George, Duroflex, Nishant Chandra, Tender Cuts, Katyusha Agrawal, Z Entertainment, Abhishek Shahabadi, Diageo, Nanda Gopal Nair, We Guard.
Good morning, folks. I am asked to share my experience in the selection process of Exchange for Media IMA Awards 2021. First and foremost, I am honored to be associated and take part as a jury chair in the selection process. My sincere thanks to all the organizing committee members. It's a wonderful experience to meet nearly 26 diverse industry leaders in a single platform and develop a connect for mutual benefit. Again, I am thankful to that. It is rather more wonderful experience to execute best marketing organization among 150 odd contestants. Each one is no less than others. I thank all the jury members for their great efforts. It's really an Herculean task in this type of situation to select the best few. In the process, I have also learned as to what are the things I need to take care if I were to be a participant to get the prestigious award. The entire process was a learning process where we mutually learned in the process of selection. We learned by interacting with the juries from their vast experience in different fields of their activities. Also, in selection process, we understood, in fact, I understood as to what are the key elements that must go in a marketing organization to be the best. Good luck to all the participants and also jury members, and once again my best wishes for Exchange for Media 4, and let such initiatives come forth from them so that it will bring best among the budding entrepreneurs. Thanks.
Hi everybody. Let me take this opportunity to wish you all the best. This event has been a very exciting event. This jury of the IMA South Awards has been a very exciting journey. I've had a very good experience. It's amazing to see the number of entries that we've seen in the last few days. And I think I've had the pleasure of going through them. Amazing set of ideas, amazing energy behind the work done, and of course the energy to actually present it to a larger audience as well. Some really interesting business cases, some really interesting marketing campaigns that we've seen. It's been my pleasure to be a part of this journey, and I wish all the winners all the best. To me, winning is not important. I think participating is equally more important, and coming out as winners all across is even more important. Everybody who's participated in this event, my best wishes to all of them. All of us are winners that way. All the best, and look forward to the next edition.
Hello, I'm Baby George, CEO of Joy Lucas Group. It was an absolute pleasure attending the IMA Awards South selection process. This gave me an opportunity to witness the fantastic works done by various southern brands to reach out to the clients during this pandemic period. I am really happy to see how effectively the digital platform has been used by the companies to overcome the challenges they have faced during this tough time by efficiently using technology to their advantage. I thank Exchange for Media for organizing this competition to recognize and reward the best in this field for their efforts. Thank you E4M for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shafali Khalsa from SBI General. Firstly, I would like to congratulate E4M for launching this Indian Marketing Awards for South Market. It was indeed a pleasure to be a part of the jury and was also an interesting session with the other jurors while evaluating various nominations across various categories. I must say India is full of talent and creativity, and I'm so delighted to see that the campaigns and creativities are not just limited to big brands. And I'm so happy to see these campaigns, creativity, content, etc. coming from various micro companies as well. And it was, trust me, it was great work. So please continue doing this great work, and a very good luck to all the nominations. Thank you.
This is Nandagopal Nair, Vice President and Head of Brand and Communications at V-Guard Industries Limited. Firstly, I'd like to thank Exchange for Media for having me on board as part of the jury for the first edition of the South Chapter of the Indian Marketing Awards. It has been an enthralling experience as we got to evaluate work across a wide spectrum of categories. Must confess that some of them have been built on sharply differentiated, insightful perspectives and very disruptive creatives. We as judges have done our best to award medals to the deserving winners. Hearty congratulations to the winners and all the very best to those who have not made it to the cut this time around. Having said that, I would like to take this opportunity to also inform and tell brands to use this platform as well as our communication fraternity to go out and express their path-breaking ideas and work that they create. Thank you very much.
Exchange for Media, Indian Marketing Awards South, and the jury board congratulates all the winners.
All right, so that was the jury, and we'll be straight away diving into the awards. But before I do that, I would want to point out the one drawback of being virtual here in the award ceremony is I really cannot see you all. We cannot actually, the winners cannot see everyone applauding for them. So wherever you are, I'm sure we can't see you, but we can feel the warmth of the claps and the applause that you will give. So put your hands together for all the winners whenever you actually get to listen to one. We'll be very happy if you do that. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, the first edition of E4M Indian Marketing Awards South, the first category is Awards for Communication. Let's quickly have a look at Best Use of Digital Marketing Social Media category, and you'll get to know who the winner is, BFSI.
The Bronze Award goes to ITW Consulting for CRED.
The best use of digital marketing, social media, BFSI goes to ITW Consulting for CRED IPL activation. We want to congratulate them for a wonderful activation done there that is resonating with the crowds months and months in. Well done. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the next award that we have for you. Best use of digital marketing, social media, e-commerce. Let's quickly have a look at the
It's been an absolute pleasure to be part of this jury, but what's even more amazing was all the great work which I could see. And I appreciate Exchange for Media team's efforts in doing an award exclusively for the South market and recognizing the fact that one size doesn't fit all in the context of India. And each market challenge poses its own challenges and nuances for a brand marketeer. Congrats to all the winners. Keep up the great work. Take care. God bless.
The Bronze Award goes to Joya Lucas India Limited.
So the bronze goes to Joy Lucas India's Limited. We want to congratulate the whole team on that. Let's quickly have a look at the silver award, and the silver goes to.
Hi, I'm Subhranshu Singh, Global Head of Marketing at Royal Enfield.
It's been an absolute pleasure to be part of the great work. Take care.
Joya Lucas India Limited. The silver award goes to Performex India for ITC Food.
All right, so that was the silver award winner, Performex India for ITC eStores data-driven audience marketing. We want to congratulate the whole team for the wonderful work that they've done. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly move on to the next category. This is Best Use of Digital Marketing Social Media, FMCG. Let's quickly have a look at the bronze winners.
Hi, I'm Subhranshu Singh, Global Head of Marketing at Royal Enfield. I was delighted to be a part of the jury deliberations for the IMA South Award brought to you all by Exchange for Media. I really enjoyed the discussions with the other jury members, where we not only considered the cases individually, but also brought to sharp focus the importance of the southern states in India. Each one of those states is an economic powerhouse, has a very distinct culture, and has a thriving media and consumer industry. And that is why the future of the economy, and in so many ways, the future of India emerges from these very important states in the south. I really thoroughly enjoyed the deliberations, and congratulations to all the winners.
The bronze award goes to Madison PR for Marico Limited.
Right, so congratulations to the bronze winner. Let's quickly look at the silver winner in the same category.
He's from the PR. Yeah. Okay.
The silver award goes to ITC Foods. The gold award goes to Madison PR for Marico Limited.
There we go. Congratulations once again to Madison PR. Let's quickly move on to the next category then. Best use of digital marketing, social media in the media. The bronze goes to, let's have a look.
Hi everybody, I'm Ankit Grover. Thank you for having me as a jury member at India Marketing Awards South. It was quite exciting to be sharing the room with some of the brilliant minds from the industry and looking at some of the best and innovative work done in Bharat part of India from different brands across the region. Thank you again India Marketing Awards for this one-of-its-kind initiative.
The bronze award goes to Dinamala.
We thank Exchange for Media for shortlisting us for this award. This would definitely be a moral booster for our team to keep innovating in this field. We wish all the success to Exchange for Media in this event as well as in the forthcoming events. Thank you.
And we have a silver in the same category as well. Let's quickly have a look at
that. The silver award goes to Zee Kerala.
Well, congratulations to Zee Kerala team for winning that silver award in the category. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Best Use of Digital Marketing Social Media in Retail. Let's quickly have a look at the winner in the category, please.
The bronze award goes to Verse Innovations Private Limited for GRT Jewelers India Private Limited.
Well, we want to congratulate the whole team for that. Best Use of Digital Marketing Social Media in Tech is the next category. Let's quickly have a look at the winner, please.
The bronze award goes to Blue Burst for Bizinga.
Good evening, everyone. We at Bazinga are deeply honored and humbled to be conferred upon this recognition by the Exchange for Media team, including all the judges, saw value in the work we do. I would like to dedicate this award to the entire Bazinga team and our agency partner Bluebus, who have worked hard to make this possible. Competing with so many good brands, each having its own excellent case, give us a sense of reassurance that our brand has lived up to the standards and values that set us apart. This award will only encourage us to work even harder and achieve much more success in the future. Thank you once again.
All right, so we'd like to congratulate Bluebus for winning that award. The next up is, as you can see on the screen, Best Use of Digital Marketing Social Media in Real Estate. We have a winner in the category. Let's have a look at that.
The bronze award goes to Columbia Pacific Communities.
Well, let's congratulate Columbia Pacific Communities for their wonderful work. And we'll move on to the next category, Best Use of Experiential Marketing. We have 2 awards in the category, bronze and silver. Let's have a look at the bronze first.
Hello everyone, sharing here my experience for being part of Indian Marketing Awards South jury panel. Firstly, let me congratulate IMA for creating a platform that recognizes the creative and the innovative work done by marketeers across the industry. Being a fellow jury member, I had an opportunity to interact with some of the great marketing minds on the jury panel. Secondly, the work that we evaluated. It was so inspiring to see the innovation that brands are driving into the work to create an impact. Some of the ideas that we evaluated are truly trying to make this world a better place, and they are worth recognizing. My best wishes to all the brands and marketeers who are trying to bring innovation in their regular work, and to IMA for celebrating them. Best wishes. Thank you so much.
The bronze award goes to Lekha Productions Private Limited for VVV and Sons Edible Oils Limited, Viruddhunagar.
I am Muthu, chairman of Idayam, the popular sesame oil of India. My dear friends, we happen to be the largest sesame oil maker in India. We have about 1.6 million users. And we also happen to be the largest groundnut oil manufacturer in Tamil Nadu. We have about 8 lakhs customers. Lekha advertises
Mr. Ratna Kumar and the other members of the Lekha family. I'm extremely glad to know that they have been awarded E for M Indian Marketing Awards, South Awards, subcategory Best Use of Experiential Marketing. Hearty congratulations to them. They deserve this award. They deserve much more awards.
Thank you, sir, for that. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to silver awards in the same category. Let's have a look at the AB.
The silver award goes to Z Kerala.
Congratulations goes to Z Kerala for that silver award in the category. Let me remind you once again, the hashtag is E4MIMA. You can use it and, of course, spread the word around. Hashtag E4MIMAS. All right, best use of integrated marketing BFSI. Let's quickly have a look at the silver award in the category.
The silver award goes to Muthoot Finance.
Well, congratulations to Muthoot Finance team for winning the silver in the category. Best use of integrated marketing in media. We have a silver and a gold in this one. Let's have a look at the silver first.
The silver award goes to ABP Network Private Limited.
And the gold goes to, let's have a look.
The gold award goes to TV18 Broadcast Limited.
Well, we want to congratulate both ABP Network and TV18 Broadcast Network for winning the awards in the category. Next up is best use of integrated marketing in real estate. We have one winner in this. Let's have a look at that.
The bronze award goes to Terra Pack Technology Private Limited for House of Hiranandani.
We are delighted to win the Indian Marketing Awards in the category of Best Use of Integrated Marketing. Our initiative, Virtual Sales Experience, is a special one, and so is this award. Thank you, Exchange for Media, for honoring us with this recognition. House of Hiranandani have created landmark developments and innovations is at the core of our functioning. During the pandemic, when the sector was struggling to digitize, we aimed to create disruptive interactive technologies for our customer outreach program. Lockdown created a challenge for customer interface, which is a basic requirement for any real estate transaction. With Virtual Sales Experience, we have not only overcome the challenge, but have also successfully enhanced the digital marketing experience for our customers. Our virtual sales offices resonates with the brand persona and is a digital replica of our physical offices, making sure that customers don't miss out on the actual experience of a physical visit. It has been designed with cutting-edge technology to provide a seamless experience for our customers. We would like to thank our partners TerraPact, our customers, our channel partners, and the entire HOH family for this initiative to be a grand success. Thank you so much.
All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time we move on to the next category, and that is best use of omni-channel marketing. We have a bronze and a gold in this category. Let's have a look at the bronze first.
The bronze award goes to Ad Factor PR for Shriram Properties Limited.
Congratulations to Ad Factors PR. Let's have a look at the gold in the same category as well.
The gold award goes to Preeti Kitchen Appliances Private Limited.
Congratulations, Preeti Kitchen Appliances, for winning the gold in the category. Next up, we have Best of that's OH. The bronze and the silver in the category would be given away. Let's have a look at the bronze first.
The bronze award goes to V-Guard Industries Limited.
Hi everyone, this is Srinivas Sheshadri, Senior Manager, Brand and Communications at V-Guard Industries Limited. First of all, congratulations to all the winners. On behalf of the entire V-Guard team, I would like to thank the jury members for honoring our work. Thanks also to Exchange for Media team for providing this platform. The work showcase is a collaborative effort of a lot of people, our creative partners, our media partners, and a lot of collaborators who have put in great effort for the brand during a very, very tough year. This award is for all of them. Thank you.
Best use of out of home. Let's have a look at the silver winners then.
The silver award goes to Air Asia India.
Well, congratulations to V-Guard Industries and Air Asia India on winning the bronze and silver respectively. Let's move on to the next category, Best Use of Print, Consumer Durables, Automotive Manufacturing. We have a gold in the category. Let's have a look at it.
The gold award goes to Mediacom for PCA Automobiles, India Private Limited.
Well, congratulations to Mediacom for winning the gold in the category. We'll move on to the next category. This is Best Use of Radio. We have a silver and a gold. Let's have a look at the silver first.
The silver award goes to Trinity Prime Media Solutions and Consulting for NCL Industries Limited.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much
to the winners.
Yeah, sorry.
Mr. Saxena, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much, Exchange for Media, for recognizing our work. Thank you to the jury. We have worked very hard on this project, and getting this award is like a redemption. We have been working very closely with the brand Nagarjuna Cement, and we have created a powerful impact into the market. And the pandemic was really, really affecting all the markets, and we had to come out with a very powerful message for the brand. And thanks for recognizing the work. Exciting days ahead. All the best to Exchange for Media, bringing more initiatives in. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Mr. Saxena, and of course to the whole Trinity Prime Media Solutions team for the wonderful work. We wish to see you again on the soon in the same list as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, we'll move on to the gold in the category, ladies and gentlemen. And the gold goes to, let's have a look.
The gold award goes to Mathrubhumi Printing and Publishing Company Limited for Club FM.
Well, congratulations to Mathrubhumi Printing and Publishing Co. Limited as well for winning the gold in Best Use of Radio category. This allows us to move on to the next category, and that is Best Use of TV BFSI. We have a silver. Let's have a look at who's winning that.
The silver award goes to Muthoot Finance.
Congratulations to Muthoot Finance for winning the silver in the category. We'll move on to the next category then. This is Best Use of TV, Consumer Durables, Automotive Manufacturing. We have a bronze and a silver in the category. Let's have a look at the winners in the bronze.
The bronze award goes to V-Guard Industries.
We also have a silver in the same category. Let's have a look at the winners.
The silver award goes to V-Guard Industries.
Well, let me congratulate V-Guard Industries for bagging bronze and silver, both the awards in the category. And with that, we'll move on to the next category, Best Use of TV Fmcg. We have a silver and a gold in the same. Let's have a look at the silver winners first.
The silver award goes to Mullen Lentas for Tata Consumer Products.
Well, congratulations, Mullen Lintas, for winning the silver in the Best Use of TV FMCG category. Let's have a look at the gold winners in the category.
The gold award goes to Mullen Lentas for Tata Consumer Products.
Hello everyone, this is Puneet Das from Tata Consumer Products. Today, on behalf of Tata Consumers and our agency partners, I would like to thank the Indian Marketing Awards for recognizing our work on Kannan Devan and Gemini brands. Both the campaign on these brands are a step forward in a hyper-local approach of celebrating regional pride, leveraging deep-rooted cultural insights and truths from the life of our consumers from different parts of the country. We hope you love the campaigns as much as we did in crafting them, and thank you once again for bestowing this honor upon us.
Congratulations, Mr. Das and the whole team at Mullen Lintas for winning both the silver and the gold in the category. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the next one. This is Branded Content BFSI. We have a silver in this category. Let's have a look at the winners.
The silver award goes to Equitas Small Finance Bank.
Good evening, friends. I'd like to thank Exchange for Media for honoring us with this prestigious award for our One India, One Bank campaign. Equitas takes pride in celebrating the frontline workers who are our champion during this particular pandemic period. This campaign is very special and very close to my heart. We did this when the entire country was in lockdown. So the entire credit for this should go to my entire team who worked day and night out for getting this entire project. I'm sure this is going to motivate us to strive harder to come out with further campaigns which is going to be bringing smiles on people's faces. Once again, I would like to thank the jury, E4M management for recognizing Equitas. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Murali and the whole team at Equitas Small Finance Bank to win the award in the silver category. We will be moving on to the next one. This is Branded Content, Consumer Durables, Automotive or Manufacturing. We have a gold in the category. Let's have a look at the gold winner, please.
The gold award goes to Duroflex India Private Limited.
Congratulations to Team Duroflex India for winning the gold in the category. Next up, we have Branded Content E-commerce. Two winners in the bronze and silver. Let's have a look at the bronze first.
The bronze award goes to Verse Innovations Private Limited for WakeFit Innovations Private Limited.
We at WakeFit are very excited to be receiving this award at the E4M Marketing Awards Summit. We are very thankful to the esteemed jury for recognizing our work in building Sleep Internship Season 2, our main flagship property. We want to continue down this path of enabling every Indian to sleep very well, and also in enabling them all to recognize the value of sleep in everybody's life. Thank you once again.
Congratulations to the whole team at World Innovations Private Limited for winning the bronze. Let's have a look at the silver as well.
The silver award goes to Tempest Advertising Private Limited for Shree Cosmetics Limited.
We are really happy to hear that we have won IMA South 2021 award for branded content e-commerce category. We congratulate Team Tempest Advertising for handling our marketing communication digital from its inception and launch.
Congratulations to Tempest Advertising for winning the silver. Oh, we have a gold as well in this category. Let's have a look at the winners that are taking away the gold back home.
The gold award goes to Flipkart Internet Private Limited for PNG India, Whisper.
Congratulations to Team Flipkart for winning gold in the category. We have the next category that will be giving out a silver. Let's have a look at that. Branded content education. And we'll be taking on the AV, please.
The silver award goes to Unacademy.
Congratulations to Team Unacademy for winning the silver in the category. Next up is branded content media. Let's have a look at the first winners.
The silver award goes to Quint Digital Media Limited for MasterCard.
We have another silver in the same category, so they'll be sharing the silver. Let's have a look at the other winner in the same category who's taking away silver home.
The silver award goes to Z Kannada.
Congratulations to Team Quint Digital Media and Z Kannada for sharing the silver in the branded content media category. The gold goes to, let's have a look.
The gold award goes to Quint Digital Media Limited for Ariel, PNG.
Congratulations once again to Quint Digital Media for winning the gold as well in the same category. We'll move on to the next one. This is innovative use of technology. Let's have a look at the bronze winners.
The bronze award goes to 88GB Business Solutions for Innovin Furniture.
Congratulations, Team 88GB Business.
The bronze award goes to Z Kerala.
And of course to Z Kerala as well for sharing the bronze in innovative use of technology category. We'll move on to the next category, that is marketing on a small budget. The bronze goes to, let's have a look.
The bronze award goes to Columbia Pacific Communities.
The bronze is being shared by another brand. Let's quickly have a look at the other winner in the bronze.
The bronze award goes to ITC Foods.
So congratulations to Columbia Pacific Communities and ITC Foods for winning the bronze in marketing on a small budget category. We have a silver as well in the category. Let's have a look at who the winner is.
The silver award goes to Z Kannada.
Well, Congratulations to the whole team at the Kannada. So that was the end of the first set of awards that we had for you. Next up, we'll be moving on to South Awards for Special Marketing. The first award in the category is Occasion Festive Based or Seasonal Marketing, BFSI. We have a bronze and a silver in the category. We'll first look at who the winners of the bronze are. Let's have a look.
The Bronze Award goes to Verse Innovations Private Limited for Muthoot FinCorp Limited.
Congratulations to Verse Innovations Private Limited for winning the bronze in the category. We have a winner in the same category who's taking away gold. Let's have a look.
The Gold Award goes to Verse Innovations Private Limited for Royal Sundaram General Insurance Company Limited.
Well, Verse Innovations has taken both the bronze and the gold in the category. We want to congratulate the whole team for the stupendous, amazing work that they're doing. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the next category, that is Occasion Festive Based or Seasonal Marketing, Consumer Durables, Automotive or Manufacturing. The bronze goes to, let's have a look.
The Bronze Award goes to 88GB Business Solutions for Ashok Leyland Limited.
Congratulations to 88GB Solutions for winning the award. The silver in the category goes to, let's have a look.
The Silver Award goes to V-Guard Industries Limited.
Congratulations to Team V-Guard Industries as well for winning the gold in the category. Next up, we have Occasion Festive Based or Seasonal Marketing in E-Commerce. Let's quickly have a look at the silver winners in the category.
The Silver Award goes to Performix India for ITC Food.
Congratulations, Team Performix India, for winning the silver there. Let's quickly have a look at the gold winners in the category.
The Gold Award goes to Flipkart Internet Private Limited for Imagine Marketing Services Private Limited, BOT.
Congratulations, Team Flipkart Internet Marketing, for winning the award. Next up is Occasion Festive Based or Seasonal Based FMCG. We have a silver, a bronze, and a gold in this category. Let's have a look at the bronze first.
The Bronze Award goes to Verse Innovations Private Limited for V-Guard Industries Limited.
Hello everyone. This is Seshadri, Senior Manager, Brand and Communications at V-Guard Industries Limited. Thank you to the jury members and Exchange for Media team for the recognition. A big shout out to Daily Hunt team for the collaboration on this campaign. The best part of this campaign was how all the partners, including Daily Hunt team, our creative agency Ralph & Das, our digital media agency Isobar, came together as one unit to deliver impactful work for the brand. Thanks to members who are part of this campaign.
Congratulations to the team. The silver in the category goes to, let's have a look.
The Silver Award goes to Verse Innovations Private Limited for MK Agrotech Private Limited.
Namaskar. I'm Vijesh Vijay from MK Agrotech, popularly known as Brand Survey. This is really a proud moment for me and my team and Daily Hunt's team. It's really a proud moment for each one of us that Exchange for Media has accepted our marketing communication and the way we perceive creatives towards consumers. It's really an honorable moment for us. On behalf of Satpure, I thank each one of you. Thank you.
Congratulations, sir. With that, let's move on to see who the gold winners are in the category. Let's have a look.
The gold award goes to ITC Foods.
Congratulations to all the winners in the category. Let's move on to the next category then. Occasion, festive, based or seasonal marketing in media. We have a bronze, silver, and gold in the category. Let's have a look at the bronze winners first. Your winners are
The bronze award goes to Telugu.
Hi, I'm Jayant. Thank you, Exchange for Media Indian Marketing Awards South. It's a great honor to receive this award. Vinodani Kahvanam campaign gave Zee Telugu its viewers back post lockdown, and receiving this award after the hard work is like a very happy news for us. It gives us more energies to do more creative work in future. I want to thank my team. I want to thank my marketing team, my business head Anuradha Kudur, and specifically my team who helped me to put everything together to do this campaign. Thank you so much for the award. Thanks for the honor. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Let's quickly have a look at the next winner in the same category.
The silver award goes to Manorama Online.
Namaskaram from Manorama Online. First and foremost, let me congratulate all the winners today at eForum South Marketing Awards. We are totally elated to hear the news that Manorama Online trade campaign, King of Bouncing Back, has won Special Marketing Awards at eForum South Marketing Awards. Our campaign embodied the spirit of bouncing back, which is innate to the state of Kerala and our community, whether it is floods, Nipah or COVID. I would like to thank each and every jury members who considered us worthy of this win. Thank you.
Congratulations to Team Manorama Online for winning the silver. Let's have a look at the winners of the gold in the same category.
The gold award goes to Zee Kannada.
Congratulations to Zee Kannada for winning the gold in this category as well. We have a lot of other categories left now, but once again, as I was saying earlier, please remember to applaud wherever you are seeing this show on your screen. I'm sure the love will actually reciprocate and reach the winners in the categories, even though the applaud or the visuals might not. But with that hope, I will move on to the next category. It is sustainable marketing in e-commerce. We only have a gold winner in this category, and that should be popping up on your screens any seconds now.
The gold award goes to Flipkart Internet Private Limited for PNG India, Whisper.
Congratulations to Flipkart for winning that award. With this, we'll move on to the next category. This is Sustainable Marketing FMCG. Again, we only have one award in this category, and that is going to be gold. Let's have a look at the gold winners in sustainable marketing.
The gold award goes to Shrestha Natural Bioproducts Private Limited.
Well, congratulations to Shrestha Natural Bioproducts for winning the gold in sustainable marketing category, that is FMCG. We'll move on to the next category, that is sustainable marketing in media. We also have only one winner in this category, and that is also a gold. Let's have a look at the gold winners in sustainable marketing media category.
The gold award goes to Z Kerala.
First and foremost, I would like to congratulate each and everyone who has won in this edition. We at Z Kerala is very proud that we have won 4 awards in 4 different categories. I would like to thank each and everyone at Exchange for Media for giving us this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Ms. Nair and Z Kerala for winning the gold in the category. A well-deserved one. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the next category. But before I do that, let me quickly remind you once again, the hashtag for the show is hashtag E4MIMAS. Hashtag E4MIMAS. Make sure that you spread the word around. If you won a category award, then you can actually let the world know about it using the hashtag on all the social networks that you are on. Okay, with that, we'll move on to the next category. This is Talent Influencer Marketing, BFSI. We have a gold in the category. Let's take a look at who the winner is.
The gold award goes to ITW Consulting for CRED.
Well, congratulations, ITW Consulting, for winning that gold, and it's truly deserved. Rahul Dravid in that ad is something of a phenomena that internet was taken over by. So congratulations to the team for coming up with such innovative ways to use influencer marketing in BFSI. With that, we'll move on to the next category. This is Talent Influencer Marketing for consumer durables, automotive, or manufacturing. We have a silver in the category. Let's have a look at the AV to know who the winner is of the silver.
The silver award goes to Duraflex India Private Limited.
Congratulations to Team Duraflex India Private Limited for winning the silver in the category. We'll move on to the next one then. This is Talent Influencer Marketing, FMCG. We have all 3 winners in the category, but we'll start with the bronze one first. Let's have a look at the winner of the bronze in the category.
The bronze award goes to Shrestha Natural Bioproducts Private Limited.
Congratulations to Team Shrestha Bio-Natural Products for winning the award. We in the bronze, in the form of bronze. Then we'll move on to the silver. Let's have a look at the silver winners in Talent Influencer Marketing, FMCG category.
The silver award goes to ITC Foods.
Congratulations, Team ITC Foods, for winning the silver. We have a gold in the same category as well. Let's have a look at the winners of gold in Talent Influencer Marketing, FMCG.
The gold award goes to Madison PR for Marico Limited.
So that is the Talent Influencer Marketing FMCG category. We've got all the winners. We want to congratulate them, truly deserving of being the winners. And as the jury members earlier said, if you have been nominated, that itself is a win. But we'd be very happy to see you all come back again next year and take away the prizes. With that hope, we'll move on to the next category. This is Talent Influencer Marketing in Food and Beverages. Let's have a look at the winners who are taking away bronze home.
The bronze award goes to 88GB Business Solutions for Milky Mist Dairy Food Private Limited.
Once again, congratulations, Team 88GB Business Solutions, for winning another award. This time it's a bronze. Let's have a look at the silver in the same category. Who's taking the silver back home? You'll get to know as soon as you see the AV on the screen.
The silver award goes to ITW Consulting for SG Corporates.
Congratulations, ITW Consulting, for winning the silver. And with that, we'll move on to the next category. This is the Talent Influencer Marketing Media. We have one winner, and that's going to be a silver. Let's have a look at the winner.
The silver award goes to Mathrubhumi Printing and Publishing Company Limited for Club FM.
It's indeed a great achievement for Club FM to have achieved this recognition. We shall come up with many such campaigns in the near future. Thanks to E4M for inviting us to be a part of this award event. Congratulations to all the winners. Keep up the good work.
Well, that deserves a hearty congratulations, Team Mathrubhumi Printing and Publishing, for winning another award in the category of Talent Influencer Marketing Media, along with the previous one. With that, we'll move on to the next category. This is Talent Influencer Marketing Services. The silver goes to, let's have a look.
The silver award goes to Safari Car Rentals.
Hello. We at Safari Car Rentals thank the entire team at Exchange for Media and Indian Marketing Awards for nominating and honoring us with this prestigious award. The award has been an endorsement of a milestone at Safari, the milestone of collectively braving through this pandemic. We believe that there is no better healing and recovery agent than travel. With that context, our Kerala influencer campaign titled Close Up Kerala Permit helped amalgamate the joy of travel, the spirit of our resilience, the diversity of companionship, as well as the unseen fabric of Kerala in an organic manner. The concept, the protagonists, the production, the safety levels, as well as the brand messaging were a breath of fresh air. The campaign was well received across the road tripping community and helped strengthen Safari Car Rentals' positioning as a safe and reliable road travel partner. We were able to showcase our key assets, local expertise, courteous chauffeurs, and premium cabs through this road trip across God's own country. As the nation resumes travel, our pan-India cab services across 2,000 plus cities are primed to delight customers. Again, thanks to the organizers for this honor and endorsement. We believe that this exposure will go a long way in Safari Car Rentals' mission of making every Indian fall in love with road travel. Thank you.
Congratulations to Mr. Durai Raj and, of course, the whole team at Safari Car Rentals for winning the silver in the category. So that brings us to the end of second subcategories. We'll be moving on to the third category for the day. This is going to be South Awards for Stages of Brand Building. The first subcategory award in this category is Brand Extension, Consumer Durables, Automotive or Manufacturing. We have a gold. Let's have a look at it.
The gold award goes to Preeti Kitchen Appliances Private Limited.
Congratulations to the team Preeti Kitchen Appliances Private Limited for winning the gold in the category. The next subcategory is the category creation. And we have a winner in the form of silver medal here. Let's have a look.
The silver award goes to Preeti Kitchen Appliances Private Limited.
Congratulations once again to Preeti Kitchen Appliances Private Limited for winning the category. And that is the next category we'll be moving on to is new product launch, consumer durables, automotive or manufacturing. We have a silver in this category. Let's have a look at the winner.
The silver award goes to Mediacom for PCA Automobiles India Private Limited.
Congratulations to Team Mediacom for winning the silver in the category. We'll move on to the next one. This is new product launch e-commerce. We've got a silver as well in the category. Let's have a look at the winners.
The silver award goes to Flipkart Internet Private Limited for Imagine Marketing Services Private Limited, both.
Congratulations to Team Flipkart Internet Private Limited for winning the award. Next up, we have new product launch education. We have a silver in this category as well to give away. Let's have a look at the winner of the silver medal.
The silver award goes to Practically.
Hi, this is Mahadev Srivatsa, VP Marketing and Brand Strategy at Practically. Absolutely honored, thrilled and elated to receive this award on behalf of Practically. I would like to thank the esteemed jury at IMA South and E4M. This campaign was special for us in a lot of ways. It was our first ever brand campaign. Back then we even didn't have an ad agency. This was completely conceptualized and executed, and this was a testament to the fact that we could pull it off when we saw the campaign strike the right notes with the TG. Today it gives me great pleasure to see this campaign being recognized at such a platform, and it's truly an honor. It couldn't have come at a more opportune moment than when we have just launched our national campaign, and this is the perfect booster shot. Practically is a one-year-old edtech brand. We are trying to create a niche for ourselves in this cluttered market, and the communication also reflects the same. Our dream is to make Practically a global brand, starting with India this year. So look forward to delivering many more memorable marketing campaigns. Thank you.
Congratulations on that. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the next subcategory, new product launched media. The bronze goes to, let's have a look.
The bronze award goes to Zee Kannada.
We also have a gold in the same category. Let's quickly have a look at the screen to know who the winner is. Congratulations to Zee Kannada for winning both the awards in the category. Next up, the last subcategory for this is use of consumer insights and analytics, big data, AI. We'll be giving out a gold in this one as well. Let's have a look.
The gold award goes to Mullen Lentas for Tata Consumer Products Limited.
Well, congratulations once again to Mullen Lentas for winning another award, and this time it's the gold. That brings us to the end of the third subcategories. We'll move on to the last category of the day for you all in the awards. The award category is South Awards for Startups Emerging Players. The first subcategory is Best Marketing Campaign of the Year. Let's have a look at the silver winners in this category, ladies and gentlemen.
The silver award goes to Mediacom for PCA Automobiles India Private Limited.
Congratulations to Team Mediacom for winning the silver in Best Marketing Campaign of the Year. That says volumes about the hard work of the brand and the people behind the brand. With that, we'll move on to the gold in the category. Let's have a look at the winners of gold.
The gold award goes to Acco General Insurance Limited.
Good evening, everybody. I am Nitin Khanna, and I'm really excited to accept this award on behalf of Acco General Insurance. I would really like to thank the jury and the organizers for bestowing this award upon us. At Acco, our philosophy has been to create local campaigns for our markets, and this award is a big validation and encouragement for us to keep doing more of the same in the future. Once again, thank you, and many congratulations to all the other brands who won this evening.
Congratulations to the gold winners in the category. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the last and most important category of the evening, the excellence category. The award is given on the basis of total medals won with 10 points for gold, 7 points for silver, and 5 points for bronze. Cumulatively, the brand that has got the maximum number in the kitty is taking away these awards. So I'll remind you once again about the hashtag. It's hashtag E4MIMAS. Make sure that you spread the word around. Without further ado, let me quickly move on to the category. The Agency of the Year award goes to, let's have a look.
The Agency of the Year award goes to Mullen Lintas.
Congratulations, Team Mullen Lintas. What a wonderful work. I have somebody from Team Mullen Lintas to kindly come and accept the honor. Can we please have the person on the screen? I believe there's some connectivity issues, but again, since we are virtual, we'd be very happy for you all to kindly put your hands together virtually and send the regard for the team that took away the Agency of the Year award. Mullen Lintas, congratulations once again. Next up, let's quickly have a look at the Brand of the Year award. And the winner is
The Brand of the Year award goes to ITC Foods.
congratulations to Team ITC Foods for winning the Brand of the Year award. What a wonderful achievement to the whole team working so hard in the time of pandemic, and that's amazing that you all have been doing such phenomenal work and making sure that the brands are getting their due. So kudos and congratulations to everyone involved at ITC Foods for making this happen for the team itself. All right, so with the two big wins, the most awaited moment of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Best Industry Academic Interface Award. And
But we have ITC live here to accept the award. Can we have Mr. Shitanshu Dikshit make a speech, please? Over to you, Shitanshu.
Yeah, hi, Pallavi. Hi. Hope the voice is loud and clear.
Absolutely.
So thank you, team. Thank you, E4M IMA South, for organizing the event. It was really well organized. And kudos to the entire team, to all the brand campaigns involved. I think phenomenal work done during COVID. Life has been tough for each one of us. But as things are opening up, hopefully it would be a bright sunshine ahead. Thank you, and happy to receive the award from on ITC behalf.
Thank you, Mr. Dikshit, and congratulations once again to the whole team for making this happen. What a wonderful way to wrap up the year, and we hope you get more in your kitty as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying earlier, we've got the two big wins. The moment that you all have been waiting for is here now. Best Industry Academic Interface Award is the next one. And let's have a look at the screen to see who the winner is.
The Best Industry Academic Interface Award goes to Professor Rajendra Srivastava.
Well, congratulations to Mr. Srivastava for getting the award. That's Mr. Rajendra Srivastava, former Dean and Novartis Professor of Marketing Strategy and Innovation, Indian School of Business. We want to congratulate the gentleman for winning the award. Moving on, last and the most
And he's
awaited
here
award of the
to
evening.
make a speech, and he's here to accept his award. Over to you, Mr. Srivastava, sir. Thank you so much for making time. You're in the US, and it's been inconvenient, it's timing, but we're so grateful to have you here, sir. The floor is yours, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Pallavi, and thank you, Raveen. I'm grateful to Mr. Madhavan, the head of the jury that selected me for the award. I don't even know who nominated me, but whoever did nominate me, thank you. I'm delighted to receive the award. As some of you may know, I've been at ISP since 2016, and we've worked our tails off, so to say. And ISB is now the top-ranked school, at least according to Financial Times, Forbes, Economist, and Business Week, and hopefully Business World, when it comes to business management education in India. A lot of it has been achieved due to the collaboration between the school and the alumni, the corporate community, and of course the government as well. And on a personal level, my own background is really technology and engineering, and I have learned a lot in the process from the business community when it comes to branding. So I'm known these days for work done on business model innovation, on brand equity, value of brands, and the impact of marketing on financial performance. All this has been learned actually working with industry. So while many academics talk about theory-driven practice, I can say honestly that I've been participating in practice-inspired theory. So all the work that I have done has actually come from the business community. So I'd like to thank all the companies that I have worked with in the past. And I have one piece of advice for all of us in India, and that in marketing and branding, we need to start moving away from competing just on price. There's a tendency to do that. We have to compete on reputation, and we have to compete on value created to go up the ladder. So let's all join forces and take India up the value ladder. Again, thank you for this award, and I really, really appreciate what you all are doing. Take care.
Thank you so much, Dr. Srivastava, and congratulations once again on the phenomenal journey that you've had so far. We are looking forward to some more amazing years from you in order to make sure that the industry reaches new heights. Thank you once again for being with us.
Thank you.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, the last award for the night is the biggest one of them all. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award. And of course, it goes to the Titan of Marketing. Let's have a look at the ATP.
The Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Mr. Bhaskar Bhatt.
Mr. Bhaskar Bhatt, congratulations.
And namaskar. My apologies for not being able to come onto this program live. I'm in the middle of moving from London back to India. First of all, Mr. Anurag Batra and Naval Ahuja and all others, congratulations for building up a fantastic organization of this century. Can't believe that it's already 21 years since the formation of Exchange for Media. And I'm truly honored that the jury has awarded this Lifetime Achievement Award to me. I would say that this award, while it makes me proud, it truly belongs to an institution called Titan and its people. Although created in the late 80s in India by the Tata Group, it is a company with people who are progressive, liberal, and very, very smart. So to me, the customer centricity of an institution called Titan is what truly made the company what it is today. That company has believed in growing its own brands, believed in customers, and believed in people. And it all started with a culture set by its founder, Xerxes Desai. And I know for sure that my successor, Venkat, carries on in that tradition wonderfully well. Once again, thank you, all of you, for the award. And if I have to leave a single message for those who are in this profession, the first thing is that you are in a profession and in a country which has a fantastically bright future. Because as all of us know, that India is a consumption market with 1.4 billion consumers. But with digital, online, and that entire change that has happened in the world of marketing, remember one thing: consumers are people and people are human beings. And that fundamental thought, irrespective of what technology can do for you, we have to think of what technology can do for people. All the very best, and thank you once again. Namaskar.
So that was Mr. Bhatt. Mr. Bhaskar Bhatt is the recipient of Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you so much once again to everyone who joined in. That brings us to the end of the awards. We want to thank all our participants firstly for their valuable time and congratulate all our winners. We also want to thank our co-partners. This is TVS. Thank you so much for all our jury members and participants from across Southern region. So all these people and of course everyone tuned in right now, thank you so much for making this show what it is. Please remember to use the hashtag that is E4MIMAS. And that's about it. Hopefully next year we'll see you live where the virtual screen would not be between you and us so that we can scale this event to a newer height. And we hope the same for the industries as well. My name is Ravan. It was a pleasure to be a host. This is it from Exchange for Media. And we'll be very happy for you all to connect to us on our social network. Till then, this is Indian Marketing Award South 2021 coming to an end. We hope to see you soon. Thank you.